can never be the one you want to stuff for. Money, that machine. They failed got my stove. R.I.P. the times that I was broke. Acting like a 9/11 folks. Matt back, lick it clean. Dead presses in and I'm a local. Cooking up canard. Waiting for the antidote. Running out of time. Pictures thinner than a pantyhose.
Rub your hand up your pocket. I don't do that. In my prison, you do what I tell you to do. Get over here. Who's gonna get this?
One in the hand, one in the bag, bubbling. One in the hand, one in the bag, bubbling. Look at the cash, bubbling. Look at the cash, bubbling. One in the hand, one in the hand, one in the hand, one in the bag, bubbling. Look at the cash, bubbling. Look at the cash, bubbling.
All right, Coach, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Sunshine State in TIAA Bank Field here in Jacksonville. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Indianapolis Colts and the Jacksonville Jaguars. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. First carry for Leonard Fournette. A beautiful fake. He finds an opening past the 40. And finally brought down right at the midfield stripe. 25 yards the pickup there and also a first down.
Outside handoff to the right side. If you're a running back, you love getting the ball early so you have vision to see what's happening in front of you.
Right tackle likes that call. Big play for him. But don't forget about the guys you always tell me on the backside sealing off.
When they talk about cutoff blocks, making sure no one can leak from the backside that can run a play down.
Yeah, nobody leaked. Big play. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's going to wind up and air it out. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Jaguars. Brashad Perriman, his 19th touchdown now on the season. And the Jags have taken the early lead. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And that makes the score 7-0. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. Spinning away. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Look, and the Colts come up now 1st and 10 at their own 27. Now it's Locke. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. 2nd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Back to the air. Luck on 2nd down. And that is incomplete.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now Luck. And now another one thrown incomplete.
And 3rd down is a key down in any game you play. And 3rd down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Taken in at the 11. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. Even though they might not find the number 1 seed next to their name come playoff time, there's not going to be very many teams, if any, entering the playoffs on the kind of run they're on. They're hot.
And I love that word, hot, because every team in the league wants to go into the playoffs on that. At the time, you serve notice to the rest of the league that, hey, we're the team you need to deal with. We're the team that's going to be a real problem for you. And if they can continue this streak, they could very well be that team and gain that confidence that they're seeking as they head to the playoffs.
And confidence, that's the word I would use from our meetings with them. They said we're playing our best football right now. It is showing. He'll look to throw. He's going to look deep for Perriman. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up second down.
Well, you've got a receiver here who's got 1 touchdown already in this first quarter, and they were trying to double his pleasure there, wanting to continue to go to the guys already gotten into the end zone. But good coverage to make sure that this time it fell incomplete.
After the incomplete pass, here now is second and 10. They're going to look to throw. Throw right side to Perriman, and it's caught. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. He got 29 yards that time. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
Fournette, a first down carry. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. And that time the tackle by Malik Hooker.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
The gun. They'll look to throw. Fighting through pressure. Now a loose football. The ball comes out. And I believe the Colts have recovered. Yes, they have.
I know that taking care of the football is something that's drummed into every guy who plays this position, no matter what, whether it's running it, in the pocket, out of the pocket. But it's almost surprising to me that there aren't more fumbles by that position because of the way that they get attacked on each and every play.
Yeah, we had the fumble last week. Now here's 2 weeks in a row with a fumble loss.
Concentration has got to be there, and he's got to understand how much time he has to take care of a play, and maybe his clock is off just a little bit.
Following the fumble recovery, here's Love. And his throw's going to be incomplete. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such.
So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? And he got a little aggressive too early.
And he did, wanting that quick takeoff as the ball was snapped. But I think sometimes those big guys on offense, they're pretty cagey too, right? They make those little sudden moves or those little subtle moves that get you to jump.
So the penalty certainly helps them out as they come up on 2nd and 5. Now Collins. And he'll be just shy of the 20 at the 19 as he goes out of bounds. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. Now with the play clock down to 2, we're going to get a timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Rolling.
Luck on first down. Complete to Hilton. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He can make a man or 2 miss, but that window closed quickly. On second down, Collins twisting away. Oh, and now he bowls him over. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to bring up a third and about 7 left.
It's really simple to say that they know their identity, that they are a passing team. But one of the reasons that they're so successful, they know how to mix in the run and make sure that they keep the defense off balance and not able to just simply say, let's go get the quarterback and disrupt things.
Throwing on third down, Luck. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Grant. And down he'll go at the 25. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he'll kick it away for the second time. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. He'll look to set up his blockers. Yards on the return. Picked up some good blocks as well. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set to go again. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Now let's go. 3-19.
They'll look to throw here. Wide open receiver complete. That one goes for 36 yards.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
They go play action here on first down. Sliding out of the pocket toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Brashad Perriman, and now it's 2nd down. There is no denying they want to get him involved. That's already the 5th time that they've looked his way in this first quarter.
So that tells me defensively that they want to insist on going in that direction. Make sure you get your best people in the area to try and take that away.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. They'll set up a throw over the middle, and it's incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
Back 99 Philly, here we go. Detroit!
looking to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. As his guys are in for 6. And the Jaguars add 6 to their lead. Lambeau to add on the extra point.
Man, he just ran a terrific route. Extremely hard to defend when it's run that precisely and the ball's delivered that accurately.
Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And it's now 14-0. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And now running right through it. Oh, now he bowls him over. The Colts now, their offense works their way back onto the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Calais Campbell in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Here's Locke. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Malik Jackson in there to get him. And this pass rush strong now. That sacks on back-to-back plays. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
And indeed, that's what they'll do as they run it here. And he gets it up to the 10-yard line here. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down.
As much as I praise teams for being true to who they are, in this situation, I wonder if maybe they outguessed themselves a little bit. 3rd down, seemed like an obvious passing situation. They chose to run it and didn't get anywhere close to the 1st down.
Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Fielded just inside the 30. Call that one an even 60 yards, 6-0. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down. Now a play fake here on 1st down. They'll roll him out right. Past the 20. Looking for Perriman there. He's got him. And he'll be taken down inside Indy's 15-yard line. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Now let's go. Blue 90.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Rashad Perriman with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Jaguars add on to their lead. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And it's now 21-0. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. Shifts by him. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either. But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Back with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Colts in possession of the football to begin quarter number 2. But they face a 2nd and long to start things out. Here's Love. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
The Colts on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 11. Now Love. That'll be caught by Rodgers. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Taken from just outside the 30. Nearly a huge return, as it is still a very good one. 24 yards. Now the Jags will have great field position to start this drive as they take over on the short side of the field. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to take it down to about the 35 here. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
On 2nd down, here's Fournette. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he's stopped behind the line of scrimmage. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll make it 3rd down.
Gun! Now let's go! Green 39! Green 39!
They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Leopard! Leopard! All right, here we go. 3-19! 3-19!
Hold the look. Hold.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a 1st down as well.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Gun! 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 Gun!
They'll set up to throw. And that is incomplete.
The effort's always going to be there. Everyone's always going to try and make a catch, but underthrown balls, I think, are the toughest ones to come back and get because usually your momentum's going in the opposite direction when you're trying to stop, break, and come back and get it.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10.
All right, here we go. 3-19!
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Dumps it off to Fournette. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars add 6 to their lead. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And the route is on here in this 1st half. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Colts offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. Typically down in the 1st half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. 1st half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line.
4 down, check.
Check out. 3-80. Rolling. We're rolling.
Bobo's the mic. Mike's Bobo.
2nd and 10, Luck again. Space to maneuver at the 40. Brought in over the middle by Grant. And he's going to get this to the 40-yard line. That one for Indianapolis, resulting in 15 yards and a fresh set of downs.
Well, as this game continues to evolve in the NFL, you know how much coaches love run after catch, but you know what they love even more? Completions.
Yeah, just holding on to the ball.
Catch it, cover it, tuck it away. Whatever you get after that is almost gravy. That's how a lot of these receivers are being taught now.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Watch that in. Tight end's right. Tight end's right.
Check out. 2-90.
This is Collins on the handoff. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. From the gun on 3rd down, Luck. And that is incomplete. The linebacker, Miles Jack, able to knock that one away.
Miles Jack can just flat out cover. Doesn't matter who's out there, and he can do it really well in man. How about what he just did there in zone, though? Eyes in the right place, saw where the ball was going, reacted appropriately, and knocked it away.
This is taken around the 12. A good return there, 17 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. And now out come the Jags. that last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a beat on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action, and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. Back to throw. He's going to let this one go deep. And nearly picked off there. Almost intercepted. Instead, second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Here's a give to Fournette. And he works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Forcing completion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39. All right, now lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll drop to throw. That is caught. It's Perriman. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 2 touchdowns for him already in this first half. This one good for a first down.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39. Green 39. Detroit. Detroit.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. That one complete to D.D. Westbrook. And he's got this down to the 35. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this, or he keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And I believe the Colts have recovered. Yes, they have. A little careless with the football, and he also had a fumble loss last week, didn't he?
He certainly did, and when I'm watching him play, the one thing that comes to mind is always remember, traffic, turbulence, people around you, 2 hands. Get 2 hands on the ball. Grip it tight. I know it looks cool to have it in one hand. Put it away, tuck it away, because you've got to take care of the ball.
Luck, and the Colts come up now 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 48. They'll run it now out of the gun. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
They don't want it, fellas. They don't want it. Keep playing hard.
2 minutes remain here in the first half. Back with more from Jacksonville. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back after this.
Hey, guys, check me out. Check out. 190. 52.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And nowhere for him to go again. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. Miles Jack there to make the tackle. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down.
Check out. 270.
From the gun, here's Love. Dancing to his left. He may try and run for this. And it's incomplete, broken up. But there is a flag down. Let's see what that's about. So he was past the line of scrimmage when he threw it.
And as they say, that's a no-no. Got to be able to understand where you are on the field and not cross the line before throwing the ball downfield.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And last time, the fumble, the turnover. Now, they still have the lead, but I don't think coaches care. The turnovers will bother them no matter what the scoreboard says.
That's the relief, that you still have the lead. But coaches look at what if and what it should be. Turning the ball over when they've got a chance to score more points and increase the lead, that's what's going to affect them.
And they're also thinking to future weeks, maybe when the game's closer, right?
No doubt about it. You want to clean up everything. Let's just be honest about it. They want everything to be perfect at all times. They don't want to give up anything that's going to hurt their team.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he'll get that to Fournette, complete. And he takes it all the way down to the 32. A big play there just before halftime. And even 40 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. They'll run it now out of the gun. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the second quarter.
Watch it now, Barney. Set. Green 39. Green 39.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. After the interception, it's Locke. The pass complete to Ryan Grant. Jonathan Jones that time, the one who got a hand in, knocked it away. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. The final shot before the break. Locke. He'll rifle this one deep right side. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 38. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. This is fielded at the goal line. Then he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Out come the Colts. They'll have it first here to start quarter number 3. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Four yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Throwing is Locke. Over the middle here, it's Hilton. Locke able to find Hilton there for a Colt first down. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
Luck now, just 6 of 15 through the air. Not good, but 1st and 10 here.
Let's go. 290.
Here's Collins. And he's going to take this across midfield into Jacksonville territory. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Hitting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end.
Wide, 632, hold on. 53. 4 down. Check. 44, Mike, 44.
And again, it's Collins. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one, and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
The Colts on 3rd down, a pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. They'll try and run forward with Collins. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a 1st down.
Well, partner, that's one of the problems when you sell out to stop the run on 3rd and short. Sometimes you break that initial wall and you go a long way.
So how do you prevent it?
That's tough to do. That really is tough to do. And one of the things offenses like to do nowadays in practice, they do a lot of working against equal numbers. They'll start putting more and more numbers on defense and just telling the offensive guys, figure it out, learn how to block it. We may see this situation.
An incomplete, crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, 2nd down.
Well, man's getting a little loose with the football there, right? Interception before, almost had one here. He's got to start taking better care of it.
Yeah, really should have been back-to-back drives with interceptions. He's lucky there. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's Luck. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Dewan Smoot, he's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year.
But nothing takes a start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
To the right side to Eric Ebron. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th.
Well, that's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
So with 4th down coming up, here's Adam Vinatieri now for the Colts field goal. It's a 39-yard attempt, right hash. And Vinatieri started it left, it stays left. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is.
It's been a nightmare season. You're well under 500. Your defense hasn't really kept you in a lot of games, and now it's spilling over to the kicking game. That's 3 points you've got to be able to bank on.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. He finds an opening past the 40. And finally brought down right at the midfield stripe. That's good for 21 yards and a 1st down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
They keep it with Fournette on 1st down. Oh, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle.
They'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. And now we'll get a timeout. Looks like we've got a Jaguar and some discomfort down there on the field. And in Week 17, let's hope this won't affect him for the playoffs. We'll step aside.
Hurry up, here we go.
Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And they'll get him down right about the 20. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Now let's go. 3-19.
And now running right through it. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all.
Sometimes play calls boil down to philosophy. You know you're facing one of the top 10 units against the run in the NFL. So do you decide to keep smashing against them, or do you decide to throw the ball here?
The Jaguars on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 8.
Gone!
Now back to throw. It's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Gone! Hurry up, here we go.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal.
Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Brashad Perriman, his 21st touchdown of the season. And the Jaguars are pouring it on. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And the lead will swell by 1 more. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. Well, let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
And they're able to get this one across the 35. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a 1st down.
Okay, some people call it the shuffle pass. Some people call it a shovel pass, but this worked really well. And it's hard to do in the NFL because of the big bodies that tend to clog up the middle of the field. But the execution was excellent there, able to get it done and get upfield for big yardage.
Here's a 1st down run with Collins. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. Here's Luck now on 2nd down. He'll rifle this one deep right side. Going for Hilton, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Barry Church. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. They'll start on the ground with Breida, and he'll be taken down here at about the 23-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who could do more than one thing, and I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
All right, here we go.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Breida. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Jerry Hughes on the stop. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Back now in Jacksonville. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. The Jaguars on third down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13.
Set. Green, 39.
They're going to look to throw. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. They've done a good job on these receivers, pretty much held them in check. They're a little too close for comfort.
And you're always looking for a play to get you going, right? You're looking for someone to make one. But maybe this penalty, this pass interference call, that can help shake them loose.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
When a coaching staff sees their team run the ball this successfully in the fourth quarter, they're really excited because you can plan for a running game all you want and want to press that advantage when you get it. But for the most part, it's a little bit of a surprise. And right now, they're going to keep that going, want to continue to grind out the clock because it's definitely in their favor at this stage of the game. Can they close the game out and continue to do exactly what we just saw there, and that's run the football?
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Colts territory. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go. They'll look to throw here. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. It goes as a gain of 6, and it's a first down.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice gain.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
Now it's Breida. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well.
And that's the type of run that you'll live with. In this game, he's had a good number of carries. He's just been unable to really break off anything substantial.
Right back to him on first down. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Now let's go.
They'll run it now out of to the 22.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The Jaguars on third down. No problems to this point. A perfect 5 for 5. This will be 3rd and 5.
Here we go now.
Looking to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Cole. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. What a methodical drive this is turning out to be. That time 9 yards, and the sticks move again. They'll run it now out of the gun. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Here we go now.
They run again with Breida. And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on run downs. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
The offense on 3rd down tonight can't be any better than a perfect 6 for 6. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches.
Hurry up, here we go.
This is Breida, and he is going to lose yardage here. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
Yeah, let me puff out my chest a little bit, even though I'm not rooting for either team. That was a really nice defensive play. It's awfully fun to watch, even in an offensive game.
And Lambeau will put this one through. And they're sitting pretty now as the lead grows even further. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. Luck and the Colts come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Right, 622. Hey, check out. 290. Check out.
The drive starts with a run by Collins, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Time for a break. We'll come back and wrap up garbage time after this. On 2nd down, here's Love. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. It's a 4-yard pickup, and just like that, it's 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Love. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
That's taken on the 25. They'll call it a punt of 44 yards. The return was for 7. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. They have the big lead here late. They protected their home turf well, didn't they?
They certainly did, partner. And just think about how good that feels, because every team has a goal when they start the year to win at home. All right, and sometimes you don't win all of them, but they managed to get that done today. Just think about your routine stays the same. Everything's familiar. You feel right going into the game, and they translated that into a win.
They did indeed. They protected the home field, and now the final stages. Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. And they will take a knee here. The storyline in this one, Charles, no doubt the number 0. Zilch, nada. A shutout so hard to do in the NFL.
It really is, and what an accomplishment, because you feel that not just on the defensive side, but as a full team. There's a lot of pride that goes into shutting out an opponent. And how about that 0 on the scoreboard for them, going along with those 0